Sookie now. Channel message, okay? It's giving me, somebody is really stepping into themselves, okay? Like, like when somebody just is looking good, smelling good, you like, oh, Sookie, Sookie, like this. I'm talking to a collective. Excuse me, guys. I have something sparked in the air, okay? I am not sick, but I'm talking to a collective who was in an energy of like not really wanting to give of themselves. Excuse me. This person was kind of low effort with their energy or just with how they gave to people, but they don't want to be that way anymore. Okay? This person was in this energy with the wrong person. Like somebody that provided them with some type of like sustenance. They provided them with some type of immediate need. And all they did was pay this person back with like karmic energy. And now this person feels indebted to whoever that was that gave them a real genuine exchange or provided something for them, okay? They want to come in, they want to talk to this person, they want to pour out some type of information, they want to confess some things, um, and they want to talk to this person about maybe how karmic they were behaving, okay? Some type of patterns they were in, some type of cycles they were in with past lovers, okay? How they could have possibly been out here sleeping with the enemy, all right? But they want to have some type of deep honesty with whoever they were holding themselves back from, okay? So this person is showing up in the energy of not wanting to hold back anymore. Like this person wants to really come forward. Like, this person was being stingy. They were being tight with their energy at first. But now they want to come in. They want to pour out some type of emotional, spill. All right? Some type of emotional spill about some past lover that they were with. Some energy that they were connected to that made them kind of act in this way with whoever that was that provided them with some type of need, Somebody looked out for this person and this person paid them in dust. So let's get some more about this energy, Holy Spirit. I want to clarify a little bit more on who this karmic is. Who is this karmic who wants to come in and confess? Okay, give me more information on this person. If you guys, well, I mean, yeah, welcome in. If you're new here, if you're returning, I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I am new to YouTube. I really was just doing my TikTok thing, but I'm really enjoying streaming live with you guys over here, okay? So engage with me. Make sure you like, you comment, and you share as well, guys. Okay, so this person, this karmic was somebody who was supposed to be a friend to the provider. This was supposed to be somebody that the provider could trust, someone that the provider could find direct mutual support in. Like, if this provider gave something to the karmic that the karmic was supposed to be able to give back to the provider. Okay, but it looks like they didn't uphold natural law. Like they didn't have courage. They didn't have courage to uphold natural law out here. They let others come in between them. The karmic let other energies come in between them and the person that looked out for them. Okay? Like they severed bonds, like they let discord come in between and sever, like cause rifts in the connection between these two, okay? Ooh. What kind of rifts were caused? What kind of rifts were caused? Some type of gossip. Some type of gossip about the provider. Yeah. Some type of gossip, some type of news or communication flow, information flow, text, DMs that came to this person. Some type of messages or gossip came to this person about the person who provided them with immediate comfort. Remember that immediate need, okay? That immediate need. So some type of gossip, all right, came out and had this person kind of looking at the person who originally helped them. It kind of made them look at them weird, okay? Yeah, it made them put up boundaries with this person. It made them start to gatekeep themselves from this person who helped them. Like maybe they started thinking that this person was in it for maybe personal reasons, I'm hearing. But this person felt like it was necessary for them to kind of back away from the person who originally helped them. I'm streaming, baby. You should be in the bed. Give me more, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Oh, so this person they gatekeep their energy from the person who helped them, and they went towards something that they thought was better. They merged traditions with someone else. They adopted somebody else into their family or their, you know what I mean? Like they began to have some type of loyalty with another energy. Okay, they felt like this connection was a connection that was influenced by like their people, their ancestors. Like they could have thought that this person was somebody that they were supposed to be tied with, okay? But they found out that this person was a damn nightmare. They found out that this person was like they were just causing so much chaos. I'm hearing whoever they went towards, they taxed this person's energy, their mental, their literal physical energy. It says trauma, unresolved trauma, pain in the ass, pain in the arse, instant headache, okay? Like they went towards something else because of this information that you told them. That was told, not you told them, excuse me. The information that was brought to them could have been by this nightmare. This nightmare could have been the one, the person who they considered to have like a complex loyalty to. Because think about it. If somebody brings you some tea or some information that you think was helpful, look at this. It was, these two cards came out together. It was information that they assumed was helpful. They thought it was information that was doing them a service. You know what I mean? So this is information that they took as like, okay, I'm going to believe this. You helped me out. Why, thank you. I appreciate you. So the karmic energy ended up becoming very loyal to this nightmare. Okay? Very loyal to this nightmare. They really felt pulled to this person. Pulled. Okay? Yeah. Give me more. I keep flipping the deck over and it says the life partner. So I don't know who the life partner is, but I'm about to clarify that. Oh, right under, right under the life partner, the card that came out is the rescuer and the divine pair. Ooh. So whoever this provider was to the karmic, this person was supposed to be their life partner. This person was supposed to be the person that they made a conscious choice to commit to. Okay, because this person really came in and changed their life or saved them, or they came in and like, intervened. It was crisis management. I'm hearing this person provided a need for this karmic at a time when nobody else would. They came in like something that was so perfect. Like this person is, I mean, the life partner and the divine pair alone says meant to be. okay? Longevity. But instead of embracing this longevity, instead of embracing this this connection, this person allowed themselves to be ripped from their divine partner. They allowed themselves to be severed from their divine partner instead of upholding natural law, instead of upholding, having courage to uphold natural law. Like maybe this person, this karmic energy was supposed to be strong enough to not listen to other energies, or strong enough to like come and talk to the life partner, the divine partner, about what they heard, you know what I mean? But none of that happened, I'm hearing. Okay, so let's get some more. What are y'all doing up there, kiddos? You know, it's summertime, the last bit of summertime. So, but it's almost 3 in the morning. But if you guys are new here, definitely make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, okay? So let's get some more in regards to this person being persuaded in by this nightmare, okay? Probably get two more. I see the rival card. So this nightmare was definitely a rival of the rescuer, of the one who came in and like swooped up or saved the karmic in some type of way. The nightmare is in direct competition with this person. Okay, they're in direct competition. All right, so that could be somebody that they know. That could be somebody that, you know, is in competition because of their divine partner. Because I mean, this person is they're trying to challenge the rescuer or the provider. They're challenging them by trying to tarnish their image, okay? By bringing in that gossip. By bringing in that gossip, by bringing in that new information, that was a direct attempt to oppose the divine pair to the karmic, the distorted soulmate, okay? It was to oppose that person. Yeah. It was some type of, okay, so this rival was a siren, all right? This rival was a siren. And the distorted soulmate fell for some type of something that this person was putting down. Okay, they picked up whatever this person was putting down. That's what I'm hearing. You know, they were tempted by it. So they pillow talked with this person. They confided in this person. They definitely were vulnerable with this person. Okay, that could be the energy of this person in the beginning. This person, we started the reading off with this person pretty much coming out and saying, I don't want to be in separation anymore. I don't want to be stingy or tight with my energy anymore. I want to come in and pour out how I feel. I want to come in and tell you about the things that I've been doing with this karmic siren, though. Okay, this person wants to come in and tell their divine partner about everything that they were doing with this nightmare rival karmic. Okay, they want to tell this person. Yeah, they want to tell them how they worked together with this person, how they cooperated with this person. I want to know what they worked together on. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the deck up one time. And really, guys, I really just got home for real. I didn't even take off my shoes to get in and read for y'all. So give me 1 second. Let me take off my shoes so I can get comfy in the energy. Okay, so I can get comfy one time. I hear it's gonna be all right. Not not the Kendrick one, but yeah. All right, so let's get some more energy on how this energy work together, how these two people work together, okay? What did the distorted soulmate and the karmic rival work on together? Ooh, they so somebody was sent in as a as a spy, or as like somebody that you should trust. Okay, somebody was sent in for you to trust them, like for them to get into your private space. Like maybe your rival didn't have access to you anymore. Okay, your rival didn't have access to you anymore, so they needed your distorted soulmate to be able to get towards you. Okay, they needed this person, an invitation to let something dangerous into your private space, a test of your boundaries and your intuition. Warning, boundary, predatory. Okay? So I asked what they were doing together, what they were working together to do. All right? These two wanted to drain you. They wanted to drain you of your energy, drain you of your aura. Okay. They assumed that you were going to have poor spiritual hygiene and allow this energy, or, either one of these energies around you. They assumed that you would. Okay. We did see carrier out here. We seen carrier. So this could not only be information flow, but this could also be the spiritual attachments as well. The spiritually transmitted diseases. Okay? That's what that could be as well. So your distorted soulmate was the one who was supposed to come in and attach whatever to you that the rival was sending. Okay, the rival and this person, honestly, they were working together. If we being completely honest, yeah, it's like they wanted to. This messages came out. EVP came out. I see help. So maybe that's this confessor, this person, your distorted soulmate is kind of in this energy of like, okay, they've gotten some type of message, some type of signal that they are like on the wrong side of history. I'm hearing, you know what I mean? Like this is also giving me a little radio, like a old ass radio, like it's like they just feel like they're on the wrong side of history. Like, they woke up in a bad dream, in a bad time, you know what I mean? And they need help to get out of that shit. You know what I mean? And it feels like they want to come towards the person who rescued them before, the person that they cut ties with, the person that showed them love and, kind of saved them at a time when nobody else would. They want to come to this person. They could even like not be telling this person, but the person, if it's you, or just fit yourself wherever you fit in this energy, okay? Because I feel like I have cross watchers who watch me, so I try to read as ambiguous as I can, okay, when I feel that energy. But I feel like telepathic messages are being sent from the distorted soulmate to their counterpart, okay? Of like, I need you, help, SOS. You know what I mean? I want to talk. Like, it isn't giving me action though. This is giving me like they just want to talk. They're like sending, telepathic messages. Okay? They could be trapped right now. They could be, like stuck. They could be to where they can't, move. Ooh, lions and tigers and bears. Jasmine Sullivan. I'm not scared to perform at Sold Out Affairs, but I'm scared of loving you. Okay, so that could be another reason why this person allowed something so little as some gossip to come between you guys, because this person is scared of love, possibly. Okay, this person could be deathly afraid of loving you. One, because you aren't a regular love, whoever I'm talking to. Okay, this person sees like that life partner quality in you. They see that divine pair quality in you. Okay, so there was three more cards that came out along from that question that I asked about what were they doing when they were working together. Okay, what were they doing? All right, these people were peeking into your motherfucking Akashic records. All right, they were using ancient volatile powers to grant them access to your Akashic records. Like they wanted to take a peek. They wanted to take a peek and learn about you or see. Remember I said your karmic rival didn't have access to you anymore. Okay? So they were trying to find out what they could about you through several means. They were not only communicating with spirits out here, with entities, communicating with things from over the veil. I was about to say from a yonder. You know what I mean? And these people, and also this person was trying to send your distorted, like kind of infect your distorted soulmate to come towards you to work for them. You know what I mean? Not only work for them, but to also work for this entity too. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't feel like your distorted soulmate was in on everything. All right. I don't think they were, because there was a breakdown in communication. Okay. There was a breakdown in communication. Like everybody didn't know everything. You know what I mean? I'm hearing like there was different group chats. There was different group chats. Like, well, this person could have thought that they had an automatic line of communication to this person. Because remember, that was their job. Their job was to come in and get information from the person who is out of contact with the rival. Whoever the karmic is after, the karmic rival is after, they were supposed to go in, get information, be a spy, allow that person to trust them, allow that person to confess and confide in them and pillow talk with them for this nightmare karmic rival. Okay, that's what they were there for. And this person wasn't privy to everything. Maybe this person felt like the karmic rival really liked them or really was really interested in them because of the way they presented themselves. They presented themselves damn near in the same energy as the provider. Okay, because remember, their life partner, their divine partner came in this first card's energy. They provided them with an immediate need. You know what I mean? Like they helped, they gave them some type of sustenance, something that really fed them. It fed their soul. It was what they needed. It wasn't what they wanted. Okay. And in this energy, the attendant, you would think it's the same energy with nurturing energy, nurse, waitress, you know what I mean? But it's very temporary. You know what I mean? Immediate comfort. You know what I mean? Service is like temporary. You know, a vendor or a clerk is somebody who is stationed there for a while. You know what I mean? They have a contract to be there. You know what I mean? And being the life partner had a contract to be with the distorted soulmate. They had a contract with this person. Okay, that's the difference between this attendant energy and the provider energy. Is one had a contract and the other one was a copycat. They were trying to look like this energy that they had a contract with. So that's why your distorted soulmate had feelings. They had feelings for this person. Okay? They had feelings for this person. So that's why that, you remember in the beginning, we said they began to have a complex loyalty with this person, for this person. They adopted them into their family type shit. They blended their ideals, they blended their thoughts on how they felt about the life partner, the rivals, enemy. They identified with each other. You know what I mean? They began to identify. Okay? If you're new here, my name is Neuma Reads. Thank you so much for being in the room. All right. Make sure you guys are engaging because I do love to see what you guys are thinking or how these reads pan out in your own situation. All right. So give me some more information about this karmic being fooled by the energy, being fooled by the karmic rival's energy. Yeah, okay. So the karmic rival came in very fucking strong, bro. They came in very strong. A dominant, terrifying presence that paralyzed. Like this person could have came so damn strong. Like they love bombed the hell out of the distorted soulmate. They overwhelm them with affection. That's that attendant energy. That's that, do you need anything? I can do it. I can make it better for you. Oh, yeah, I can help you with this. I'm so helpful. I'm so submissive. But how are you submissive when it says dominant? A dominant, terrifying presence. You know what I mean? They were pretending. It was an act. It was an act that this person fell for. Okay? They fell for a sweet face when really underneath it all, this person was this energy, terror. This person was what do we say? A nightmare. What is terror? This definitely is giving nightmare fuel. You know what I mean? This person ended up being a nightmare. Just a love bombing nightmare. But this is also the energy that the distorted soulmate came in the beginning. Love bombing. Love bombing the provider, love bombing the rescuer. Okay. Remember, this person was cheap with their energy. They were low effort. They were stingy and tight with connections, with how they gave to people, and especially to people who really gave to them in times of need. Okay, in the beginning of this read, we opened up with this person not wanting to be in that energy no more. And we see why this person doesn't want to be in that energy anymore. It's because they had it done to them. Somebody hooked them in and manipulated them. Somebody seduced them. Somebody trapped them. Okay, with love, with games, with manipulation. All right. So they got a taste of their own medicine. That's what I'm hearing. This person got a taste of their own medicine. Goodness gracious. And they want to come and tell the person, the rival, about it. They want to come in and tell the rival all about it. Like, you would not believe what happened to me. All I'm seeing is this help. Like, maybe they feel like the rescuer is the only one who can help them. Okay. I'm hearing I'm ready for you, Bryson Tiller. So maybe they just want to be able to reach out to you. Maybe they feel like you're not gonna pick up. Maybe they feel like, the signal's not gonna go through. Or maybe they feel like their calls are being intercepted. You know what I mean? Like, the karmic rival could be doing something spiritually to where this person physically cannot make the call. Okay, but this person is really wanting to come and communicate with you about this, how they let this energy come in between. Okay, how they let this energy come in between, how they did not uphold natural law with somebody who came in as a friend. All right, they allowed this fake energy to use them, to manipulate them, and to leave them confused and tied up. I'm hearing they were preyed on. They were literally preyed on, predatory. I don't know why that's funny right now. It's just, I don't know. It's just giving me, you know how the tables just, I'm hearing the tables turn. Like the tables turn on this person. Yeah. I mean, it was something they enjoyed. They enjoyed themselves while they were there. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it wasn't all a nightmare. Because I see this person. You know how when you're talking to somebody and you in the bed and then you just kicking your feet up and you looking at this person all doughy-eyed, starry-eyed? Like, that's how I see. This person was just laid up in this person's face, talking, kikiing, sharing things, confiding things. Like, just really into this person. They were into this person because they misread the energy. They misread the energy, okay? They gate kept themselves from their life partner. They gate kept themselves from their divine pair, bro. That's crazy. Like, that's a big misread. That's a big misread, okay? So give me more, Holy Spirit. Yeah, that siren could be making them come off a lot of money. I hear Spend It by Summer Walker. Like, that siren is like definitely somebody who gets to that bread, who can get that money up out of man or a woman, okay? And this is somebody who's doing it. Diamonds, pearls. I'm that type of girl, okay? Yeah, but this person, remember I said that the distorted soulmate has, they feel like they misread the energy. They feel like they mistaked the siren for the real divine partner. Now they're in this energy of knowing who's who. Okay? They now know who's who. They're now focused. They're now grounded on what's real. All right? It's like this divine partner, whoever that was that provided them, that came in and provided them with some type of need or crisis management or intervention in their life. You could have saved them, helped them, provided them with a place to stay. You could have gave them money, you know what I mean, that helped them in the nick of time. Like, whoever this person was, that person, they now see as the real deal. They now see as like, okay, I made a mistake. That person was really my friend. That person was really something I was supposed to give to. Because remember, we said natural law. It was natural law for these two energies to be together. All right? It was natural law for these two energies to be together. We got the divine pair out here, yin and yang. Okay? It was a sacred union. That contract was sacred. It was meant to be. All right? But this person chose to be a mutt. This person chose to be a mutt instead. They didn't have courage to really walk into this miracle. Like, it was probably something that they really couldn't believe. I'm hearing like, nah, that's too good to be true. I know it's a trap. You know what I mean? So they looked at this energy like it was a siren energy, like it wasn't look at this, like it was an alluring deception. They looked at it like it was a dangerous pleasure. They looked at this, but they could have thought this person was out here doing some things, you know what I'm saying, with for money. Like, this person could have just really looked at this energy as very tempting, but like, nah, it can't be. They didn't have courage to really accept it as a miracle for them, as a gift for them. Okay? They just didn't. But they walked right into, I'm saying jogged, skipped right into the arms of the real siren, the real nightmare, the real karmic, who's just a copycat of the energy that they were supposed to have in the beginning. You know what I mean? They were already supposed to have this energy, this love, this divine pair. But they chose to literally cut ties. They kept themselves away from this person. They like safeguarded themselves. They felt like they had to keep themselves safe from this person. So whatever that siren came in and told them, it was something really bad, guys. It was something bad. It was something bad. I'm actually sick and tired of this energy, but somebody needs it, okay? So I'm going to keep reading about it. What can I do? But this person let other people come in between them and their divine partner, all right? And they really, really, really focused on getting back. They're focused on making things right. They're focused on making a U-turn, all right? Because they know what's real now. They know it's real. All right. Give me more about this, Holy Spirit. She said, take your time. What's the rush? Like, that could have been this person's energy for real. Like, they thought they had all the time in the world, you know? Like, they just really weren't accepting the connection because they felt like they were maybe looking for something better. You know what I mean? Or they just felt like that just wasn't it. That connection wasn't it for them. The one where that person came in and helped them, okay? So give me some more energy. Yeah, this person looked at it as toxic love. They looked at it as something that was going to be addictive, but it was going to be harmful if they attached themselves to the person that helped them at first, the person that they had the contract with. This is how they looked at it in the beginning. Like, after this person, after the siren, the rival came in and like told them all these things, that's how they looked at the connection. Okay. Right now, this person feels shame, though. They feel a lot of shame for putting off how they felt. Okay. They feel a lot of shame for putting off how they felt about this person when they know they should have kind of accepted it in the beginning. Like, they resisted the miracle. They resisted the blessing of a divine partner, of a life partner that was meant for them. It was like that shit was meant for them. Okay. And they rejected it. They rejected it when they were supposed to. Maybe they rejected it for other people. Look at all those people in the background. They tucked away their feelings and hid them. And now they frustrated with themselves because they did that. Because they partnered with this rival. Okay. Because it's like, look at all those books. I'm hearing, it's just a lot of shit that has come from them hiding their feelings away from the person they have a contract with. They just racked up so much shit. I'm just hearing it's just shit on top of shit on top of shit. That's all I'm hearing. They could definitely be going through some things. I mean, it gotta be a lot. If that karmic had came out as the nightmare, okay? So they're going through so much to be in a to be considering or looking at classifying someone as a nightmare. Like, you really had to put me through a lot, okay? And that's so funny. They thought that their divine partner was the one who was going to do that. They thought their divine partner was the one who was going to be the nightmare, the pain in the ass, that they was going to have to like side eye watch. You know what I mean? And they see easily that it wasn't that energy. You take my love for granted. No, I'm too good for you. I'm way too good to you. You take my love for granted. I just don't understand it. Like, that could be the provider, the divine pair, the person who has the contract. They could feel too good for this person now. Okay? They could feel too good for this person now. They're focused on their long-term stability. They're focused on their future planning. Okay? They're relaxing. They're living their dream. All right? And the distorted soulmate is really trying not to lose it. Watching this, though, they're watching the person that they cut ties with look good, go towards their goals. You know what I mean? Could be taking trips, posting themselves in nature. You know what I mean? And they're watching that tea that they thought they were sipping is not so entertaining anymore because they're under a lot of pressure, a lot of suppressed rage because of what they're seeing. Remember, they thought they were gonna find something else. They thought they were gonna find something else. I hear, I'm not gonna let you go that easy. You gotta say you love me. I'm not gonna let you go that easy. I'm gonna give it all to you. So this person is really not wanting. They don't feel like they're done with you. They don't, or that person. They don't feel like they're done with that person. Okay, at all. Give me more. Mm. Yeah, this person feel like by love bombing that energy instead of actually loving that energy, it's like they betrayed themselves. They resent love bombing the person who was genuine with them. They resent that. Remember, this is also clarifying. Remember, I said the tables turned on this motherfucker, on a distorted soulmate. The tables turned because remember, the karmic nightmare did the same thing to them. They love bombed them. They manipulated them. They had a hidden control over them. They overwhelmed them with charm. Okay, they trapped them with matters of the heart. Okay, so now the distorted soulmate is really like learning. They're really seeing, like, damn, I was in this energy. Damn, I did this to somebody who was real with me. I not only self betrayed myself, but I also asked for this. You know what I mean? Like, this person is saying, I asked for this. They're resenting themselves because they asked for it. They said yes when they should have said hell no to this whole situation. Okay? But they accepted it. They accepted it. They had a choice to entertain the lies or to go away. But they accepted the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this person is not wanting to be done though. They don't want to be done with that soulmate because they realize, like, they just see how it feels to be hurt in that way. You know, it's funny that way how life will teach a lesson. All right. Look at that. They just see how they hurt you, that person. Okay, they see how them being addicted to chaos, not being able to process how they, look at that gossip out here again. You know what I mean? They see them accepting that chaos and that love bombing and all that shit. That taught them a lesson. Okay, they faced themselves in this situation. They became self-aware in this situation. All right, at first this person could have really been going about life like really unaware of how they were moving, how they were doing people. All right, literally treating drama as therapy. This person was sitting in a very karmic energy, heavy. That's why they resonated so heavily with this nightmare rival. They resonated with them because they love that shit. They live for that shit. Okay, forget personal growth. I want drama and gossip. I'll sit with you on the phone all day to talk to you about this. Oh, this tea, you got some tea for me? I'm going to pick up for this. I'm gonna answer the phone for this. You know what I mean? That was the energy this person was in. They were ready, but they learned this lesson though. Because it was done to them. Because the tables turned. They got a taste of their own medicine. All right? Give me more, Holy Spirit. This person is really watching. They're watching the person that they want be productive. They're watching this person have a full schedule. They ain't got no time to waste on them. They watching them have success. They're busy. They're doing what they want to do. They're living life for them. All right? They're living life for them right now. And this person really wants to, like, they want to go off on somebody. They want to go off on somebody. I'm hearing they need to go off on themselves though. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, this person really needs to go off on herself because they were a clout chaser. They were the ones doing shit for attention. They were the one desperate for connections. They were going towards people. Remember, did I put that card back of this person doing things for other people? Okay. When they had a safe space. Remember I said the provider could have even provided a place for this person to stay. They gave this person an emotional sanctuary. They made it so that this person could be comfortable. Okay? They gave this person a safe space to be vulnerable. All right? Yeah. And this person instead of trusting the process, instead of trusting the process and knowing that it was meant to be, this person treated that safe space like a side piece, like a hidden affair, like something that's fly by the night, fly by the moment. You know what I mean? And that's why they're in this like regret. They're in this energy of like, they're just enraged because of their choice. You know what I mean? It's like they realize now, too late. You know what I mean? Because they're not even in contact with the divine pair right now. But now they realize, okay, I hear snooze. Look at this clock. And then snooze. And then side piece with this side piece. This person, like, their partner is just not, they're disconnected right now. They're disconnected. They treated this person bad. This person is like moved on, but maybe the distorted soulmate is like, I want to like wake this shit up with this person. I want to like hit the button, hit the alarm clock. I just want to hit the top of it because this person wants to like wake this shit up. You know what I mean? They want to wake it up. They don't want to hit pause no more. That's what I'm getting. Nobody do me like you do. Putting off feelings again came out. This person is just having, they're experiencing grief now. They were avoiding it at first, but they're experiencing that grief now. Now that they know that it was meant to be. Now they understand that their nasty habits held them back, okay? They had to grow being away from the divine partner. But they feel like they can't lose when they're with their divine partner. They feel like they can do anything because what they were supposed to have courage to trust in that process anyways, okay? Yeah. This person is definitely afraid that they're going to be stuck as like a friend, that they're going to be, their feelings aren't going to be reciprocated. Like maybe the divine counterpart already, you know, kind of like box them in as like just a good friend. Like they're gonna keep them as like my bro or my sis. You know what I mean? And this person is like they're are enraged about that. They do not want to be just a friend. Okay, they don't. They don't. Yeah, they really feel like they're gonna be rejected. They feel like they're gonna be rejected if they express themselves. If they come in and confess their part with this karmic rival, they feel like they're going to be rejected and friend zoned. All right. That's literally what they feel. They feel like they're gonna be rejected and friend zoned. All right. Maybe because they waited too long. Remember, this person was one who liked to do things on their own timing. They felt like they had the time, okay? Yeah. But that divine energy is really like doing their big one. They're really focusing on building alone. They're focusing on overcoming all the things that was sent to them, challenges that was sent their way to stifle them. It's like they have to build from nothing. And it's like the come up means even more to this person because they know that it's energies that didn't want to see them come up like this, okay? It's energies that didn't want to see this. Yeah. This person is recharging. This person is like recovering emotionally to come back stronger. Literally, that build from nothing energy to come back stronger. Okay? And it's like they face themselves already. They've already did the work. They never had to learn the lesson by messing over somebody else and learning a lesson through somebody else. This person actually did the work to like face themselves. They did the shadow work alone. Alone. And they're working on themselves alone. They're working towards their goals alone. And this person is gonna speak the truth. They're gonna speak the truth. So that means that this energy is gonna expect authentic communication as well. They're gonna expect raw honesty from the distorted soulmate. They're gonna expect it. They're a truth seeker, a truth speaker. Okay? So when this person, when the distorted soulmate comes in to confess, they're going to be expected to come in like blunt with a deep honesty, okay? With no filter. I mean, I'm hearing, even if you think it's going to hurt someone, they're expecting you to come in and say that shit and just say that shit because they know already. They're your divine partner. That person and the distorted, they still have a cord tied to each other. I want to get more about this Akashic records, them trying to dig into their partner's Akashic records. Give me more about that, Holy Spirit. Oh, that's funny. When this person, wow, codeine crazy. Like it made this person like kind of I'm hearing go crazy. When they dug in your Akashic records, it's like they had deja vu. They seen how great this person was supposed to be or is gonna turn out to be. They seen like exactly the trajectory, the path that they were supposed to be on in this Akashic records. They could have even seen themselves. They seen themselves in their divine partner's Akashic records. Okay? They seen familiar lessons. They seen themselves there before. Okay? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So while they were going to dig in the Akashic records to do evil against their partner or to like do something nefarious against them, they end up seeing the real. They end up seeing the truth of everything. And that's what made them focus on the divine partner again, is because what they seen in those Akashic records, okay? Whatever it was something that changed their entire world. It changed their entire thought process. It grounded them into the reality that they want to go into, okay? They want to go into this reality. You see that? They want to go up. They want to elevate. They see love in this reality. Okay? Look at that person so confused before because they were lied to about their divine partner. Though they felt it with the deja vu energy, they felt it, but they were misled. Someone acted as a divider, a demon, a discord demon to come in between them and this life, okay? This was the life that they were supposed to have, and now they're focused on it, okay? They got a little peek into it. They got a little peek with the Akashic records. Give me more, because what? Yeah, this person realized that they just treated this connection not the best. They realized that they didn't treat this connection the best. They were like, they ignored their intuitions with this temporary relationship, you know? It's like they ignored their intuition with the relationship that they had. Remember, they just read the energy wrong. They read the energy wrong, okay? That's going to be the theme for this, the title for this. Divine masculine read the energy wrong and something else. I don't know, but this person read the energy wrong and the tables have turned, okay? Turned for them. When they were treating their divine partner like a sneaky link, something temporary, they ran toward the karmic and gave them long term. And in turn, got the same lesson. They got done the same way that they did their divine partner. Yeah, that no filter is out here. Look at that. It says speak up, expressing your needs. So this person is going to start expressing their needs, okay? They're going to start speaking their truth. That's that confessor energy. They're going to start like speaking up to defend themselves. Like that courage that they should have had in the beginning, they're now having this courage to have like raw honesty and tell people how they really feel, okay? Yeah, and you know why they're doing that? Look at this. Ooh, look at this. They're doing that because remember I said this person wants to fucking upgrade. They can't stop thinking about what they seen in those Akashic records. They can't stop thinking about the connection that they had, the guilt that they have on how they did their divine partner, their life partner. Okay? Look at how this matches up. They seen the divine partner's energy, which is the first card in the Akashic records. And this is the energy they want to have. They want to, that's like yin and yang. Okay, that's like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. But swap it out for wherever it fits in your life. Okay, but this person wants to come in to match the energy of their divine partner, of their life partner. They now want to come in and match it. Okay, like at first, y'all were out of balance, y'all were out of whack. All right. But this person is really knowing. They're knowing. Remember, they're grounded. They're focused. They know what's real now. They're anchored into this reality now because of that peak, whatever they got to see, and them getting done wrong back. You know what I mean? They're just replaying everything. They're over analyzing this entire situation and how they want to come to the life partner and talk to them and confess to them. Okay. Yeah, but this person is learning to have boundaries, better boundaries. They're protecting their peace. They're setting limits clearly. Like they're really just saying enough is enough. Like look at these hands. It's just really they putting their hands up to these hoes. I'm hearing. They putting their hands up to these men's. Okay? Like this person is really not playing when it comes to their boundary. At first they had very low, very poor spiritual hygiene, okay? This person is really getting to know themselves better out here. I hear Know You Better by Omarion, okay? So they're getting to know themselves a lot better and how to protect themselves energetically, all right? Yeah, because they feel like they fell for clickbait. They fell for like stuff that wasn't real. They fell for exaggerated truths, like things that weren't what they really seemed to be. Okay. So that made this person kind of like look at themselves like, ooh, dang, spirit, you just be on point. It made this person look at themselves to have a spiritual awakening. Okay. They got sudden clarity and urgent awareness. Like they could not ignore this shit anymore. They couldn't ignore the fact that they were in this two-faced energy. Okay? They were betraying, they betrayed the love of their life. They betrayed the person who helped them, the person who was meant to be on their path. So they had to address this shit. They had to address this two-faced energy. They had to address the mask that they wear. They just had a wake-up call. All right? They had a wake-up call. Yeah, heavy on the mask. They had to drop the masks, okay? Because they were concealing the true them. They were afraid to show who they really were, really are. They hide their emotions. Remember, this person definitely does that. They hide their emotions so good out here with, look at this. I'm just trying to know you better. But this is really giving me them getting to know themselves better, okay? So yeah, this person was putting off their emotions, hidden emotions, all right? They didn't want to feel things. So instead of feeling, this person breadcrumb, they acted. I'm hearing they were an actor. You know what I mean? They acted interested in people. They acted like whoever they needed to be to get whatever they needed. I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah. Instead of taking care of themselves, like really taking care of themselves, learning to have boundaries, speaking up into expressing their needs, speaking their truth. You know what I mean? They were doing themselves a great disservice by not doing any of those things to begin with. They were betraying themselves. Yeah. This person was breadcrumbing people. They were giving minimal attention not only to themselves but to other energies, okay? Never fully committing to like life, never fully committing to relationships, all right? It's like this person, no, this person never fully committed to doing the work on themselves. Like they were always in relationships. This is giving me they never could be alone. You know what I mean? This is the energy. Like I gotta find somebody else. After I break up with this karmic, I'm gonna go get another karmic. And then they couldn't even recognize the pure energy of the divine partner because they just were in this repetitive energy, this karmic loop with energies that were just temporarily comfortable. That goes back to that karmic pretending to bring temporary, what did we say on this card? What did it say? Immediate comfort. This person was running towards temporary comfort. Okay? Just comfort instead of what they needed. Instead of what they needed. They needed their contract. They needed something that was going to be what they needed, not something that was just gonna comfort them or like coddle them or make them feel better about themselves. It seems like this person had maybe ego issues too. They like their ego stroked, you know what I mean, with that mask. But this person didn't need all of that. They wanted it, sure, and it felt good to get it, but what they needed, they ran from. If I told you my secrets, shawty, could you keep them? So this person, ooh, and then I did see, where's that other card, y'all? The bunker came out. I just said, if I tell you my secrets, something, would you keep it? Like this person really wants to come in and confess like some secrets. They dark secrets, some secrets that they think are secret to you, but they not really secret to you because you got a reader who is in on everybody business. You know what I mean? But they want to come and talk to you. This is what they want to confess to you about. Like maybe ooh, I'm hearing on that money right now. So maybe this person and the karmic was like in bed together, like as far as they could have been literally in bed together, but I'm hearing in bed together like when it comes to money or like some type of monetary gain, okay? Because fuck me on that money, like what? That's definitely giving me like this person want to come in and confess some shit that happened between them and that karmic, okay? They want to come in and confess, and they gonna speak up. They gonna be truthful because they know that the divine partner expects nothing less. They expect nothing less but that real shit I'm hearing, okay? Because in the past, this person was two-faced. In the past, this person wasn't coming as their real self. They were coming with a mask on. And somebody being in that divine energy, they knew that already. They could see it. All right, look at them. They glowed up. So what mask? They don't even have to wear a mask. You know what I mean? They don't have to wear no mask. They're already confident. So maybe this distorted not masculine, excuse me. I wanted to say masculine, so it could be a masculine. But this distorted soulmate is wanting to improve themselves and go on like some type of transformation, all right? Because they realize the way that they've been, them having these masks on, them being in this two-faced energy, them being in loops that cause them like pain, trauma, that keeps trauma unresolved. Like this person just wants to kind of revamp their life. They want to like glow up a little bit. And let us not forget they were sitting watching their divine partner glow up as well. They were sitting, look, this is giving the energy of them sitting and watching. Remember in the middle of this read, this person was sitting and watching. Do I still have them cards out here? Yeah, this person was sitting and watching their person like look good, go on trips. You know what I mean? Just doing their thing, have stability, going towards their goals, and they up here watching like hell nah, trying not to lose it. Okay? Yeah, but this person is like, ooh, they're wanting to glow up and they're wanting to change and transform because of some type of like payback that happened. Remember, I said those motherfucking tables turned. That's what the fuck I said. They got their consequences. It's like they got back what they dished out. They dished it out to the wrong person. It's like a lesson was taught. You know what I mean? A lesson was taught to this person. Like this, you do this to an earth angel, this is what happens to you. This how you want to come for a gift that was given to you by the universe? Well, now we're going to give you a pain in the ass from the universe. You know what I mean? So you can feel how it feels to do people that way. You know what I mean? And that's the wonderful thing I love about Source. That's the wonderful thing I love about God is that it's like you're being taught the lesson in the way that you need to be taught the lesson. You know what I mean? It's like even. It's an even exchange of energy. You the exact same way you gave it out is the way that you get that shit back. And with that love bombing energy, this person got fooled. They got took for the okey doke. That payback was them getting their heart broken. That payback was them getting manipulated and love bombed with affection and overwhelmed with someone's charm and controlled and trapped. Okay? That was their payback. That was literally the consequences coming back to them. Okay? And it forced this person to look at themselves. It forced this person to look at themselves in the mirror. Like, all right, I'm fucking up. Like I really just missed the mark here. So it's like now I gotta be better. Now I gotta do better. Okay. And especially after this person got that peek into what their life was supposed to be with their divine partner, it only fueled this person even more. It fueled this person. Maybe their divine partner could be starting a business, you know what I mean? Just recharging. Recharging. They're choosing to be situationally single right now, though. It's like they're staying away from the distorted soulmate, is staying away from connections that they used to think was fun, that they used to think was like, a ride. Like, I remember I just said they were taken for a ride. They were taken for the okey doke. Like that's this. This person is tired of being taken on those rides. This person is tired of like fun having fly by the night connections that they thought was a vibe. And it turned out to be a whole ass nightmare. Okay, look at this. This person thought that those things were a vibe and it turned out to be a nightmare. Okay, on a down roller coaster that's on fire. All right. So this person is choosing to be single right now. It's like they like, okay, I'm gonna be lonely. I'm gonna choose solitude because I'm waiting for better. I'm waiting for what's out here for me. This person is really waiting for their divine partner. Okay. They said, nah, I don't want none of that mid. I don't want none of that mid. Like nobody can do it for me like my person. Nobody can ground me like my person. Remember I said, look at this card. It says ground. That's who they were focused. That's who they were focused on, their divine partner. And then it says grounded. Nobody can ground them like their life partner, okay? They're meant to be. And this person is choosing to wait until they've done the work to reach out. They're waiting until they do the work to come in and confess whatever they want to confess, okay? Cuz that's their next step. Right now they're undergoing transformation. Right now they're choosing solitude to introspect. You know what I mean? I'm seeing hermit, the hermit card. This person is in recluse mode because I'm hearing they're being edited. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Yeah. Remember this card came out in the upright last time? This person is being edited. It says misprocessing. This is processing, okay? This person is processing. They're doing the inner work now. All that stuff that they wanted to avoid, they were treating drama as therapy. This person is really doing some inner therapy. They're doing some inner work right now, okay? They could even be talking to someone like that can help them. All right. Yeah. This person is just they're they're in isolation, but they're still like anxious about whatever it is that they've done. You know what I mean? All that clickbait. They're thinking about this whole situation. You know what I mean? The lies, the toxic connections, the way that they thought they were in love, but they were like taken for a joke. Like it's just they're up thinking about all of this shit. The distorted soulmate. They can't sleep. You know what I mean? They might have insomnia. They're watching online at their person doing good without them. You know what I mean? And they're just feeling like, damn, it's a disaster. You know what I mean? It says 3 a.m. and it's damn near 3 a.m. right now. Well, almost 4 a.m. But this person is just feeling rejected, unwanted. They just going through so many feelings. I just ran through about 12 emotions right now, bro. I hear she don't love me. She too scary. Jackie Brown by Brent Fayez. So this person could be like, they could be thinking that their person is running from them now. They could think that their person is scared of them now, okay, because of these these deep-seated secrets that they know that they have. That's what they're anxious about. Is about being rejected. Is about being friend zoned. Remember, they were scared of being friend zoned in the beginning, in the middle of this. Okay, give me some more. Mm, yeah, this person really wants to bounce back. It's like they really want to bounce back. Maybe they fell from grace. This person fell from grace when they disconnected from their divine partner. Okay, they fell from grace. But remember, that influencer status card is bringing me back to that energy, them wanting to match their divine counterpart, okay? Like they're in a rush. It says recovering quickly, okay? It says resilience after setback. Like this person really doing the work. I'm not playing. This person is not playing. They really want to like change their behavior. They want to change their ways. But the reason why they want to do it is because they know they have a trajectory to like be a CEO, to be some type of boss status. We see not only will this person's status upgrade, but their influence will upgrade as well. Okay, so that means your bag is also gonna upgrade. Okay, the lifestyle is gonna be elevated for these two. All right, and this person is excited to get there. They're excited to get there, okay? Ooh, I hear jobs by the city girls. Like there is just gonna be so much money flowing in, so much opportunity is gonna be flowing in for this pair. I'm definitely hearing boss couple. It's giving, like CEO of a company, and then it's giving like a CEO of another company. And we just come together and our millions just compile and we have influence over our our companies, over our social circles, online. You know what I mean? That's what this energy is giving me. And this person is in a rush to get there, okay? They're not taking their time. Remember, where's that clock at? This person had a wake up call. They had a wake up call and they don't want to wait any longer. They feel like it's the right time. Okay? They feel like it's the right time. They've been patient long enough. So they're trusting in the process to do the work now. Like they trust in the process wholeheartedly now. All right? They have clarity. They have sudden clarity. They're aware of like their path. They're aware of who is their partner now. All right? Yeah. Give me more. They're exiting. They're exiting every they're exiting to be able to come towards where they're supposed to be. All right. What they exited are these false alarms, are those stories, the lies, the connections that kept them away from their divine partner. All right. That's what they're exiting from, because this person is crying in the shower. All right. They sad. In this isolation, yes, they're working towards shit. But when you really doing the shadow work, That shit, you break down sometimes. Yeah, you cry in the shower sometimes. That shit, you digging deep within yourself. You got to process. When you're processing your emotions, that comes with tears. All right? That comes with you being vulnerable. And this person is in that energy right now, you know? That could even be at this hour. This is giving me like present moment type of energies. And distorted soulmate, if you are here and I've made you, drop a tear or feel any type of way, I hope it was in a way to help you. I'm never here to like, like shame you guys or make you guys feel bad for your choices. I'm here to just be a messenger, all right? A messenger. So while this person is doing that work, it's like they just want to choose to be alone. They're avoiding people, they're avoiding friends, family. Like they don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I mean? They don't want to be seen by anybody right now. They just want to be in isolation. That's just giving me like the shadow, the not shadows, the curtains are closed. You know what I mean? Blinds shut. Like they just want to be alone right now. But that's because they're waiting to like balance themselves out. They're waiting for like a sign, a message to say like go. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hearing. They're waiting for a sign or a message to just like go for it, to move. You know what I mean? To move towards. I'm hearing the divine partner, all right? This person is really focused. They're really focused. Give me more, Holy Spirit. They're really focused. Yeah. This person had a fear of change. Like because this person was in a comfort zone. Those karmic loops can be very like comfortable. They could be very comfortable. But this person was fearing doing the inner work. But right now, they not scared no more. They are not afraid to heal themselves so that they can get closer to their divine partner. Okay? So I hope this message was able to resonate with you guys. I'm going to leave the message right there, okay? So if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you didn't already like the read, make sure you hit that like button for me. Thank you so much. And hype the read as well. That's how other people find me. But you guys have a good rest of your day, okay? If you're going to bed right now, good night. If you just watching this during the day, good morning. My name is Neuma Reads, and until we read again.